squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems.
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 60 out long. Right, 45. Hey, they scared. They scared. He's coming.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On second down, a run with Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Double time, double time. 4 down, 4 down.
They run with Breida. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their own 23. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Now Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They will find Davis. That's complete. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down carry for Smith. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Nick Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jackson now down around his goal line. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick-6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Completes it to Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
25, 54, 58.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's complete to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, 280. Check, right 54, right 54. Watch the curve. 280,
They'll run on first down. It's Smith. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go back to the ground with Smith. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On first down, it's Smith. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21.
26 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Ready, get ready. That's 25. Check. Walk 54. Go on. Ready, set.
They'll run on first down. Smith, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Ryan. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Let's get it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go now. 45. 60 yards. 45. Cut.
From the gun on third down, Jackson taking a shot into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, A lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan, Snead's got it. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. On 1st down, Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's caught by Davis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. He got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Jackson now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for second and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Falcons, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates in a reservation and half my money goes straight to but I don't care about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make